Hello, good morning. My name is Adinda Bunga as a speaker. And for this video group project, I'm also working with Amelinda Septia as a scriptwriter, Anna Belina as a speaker, Aru Melati as a scriptwriter and also speaker, and Shipa Sapira as an editor. Happy watching! Andrea Hirata is born in Belitung. Although his major was economics, but he also passionate about the science, physics, chemistry, biology, astronomy, and literature. A Dancer is his third novel after Laskar Pelangi and Sang Pemimpi. Andrea Hirata's other works are Laskar Pelangi, Sang Pemimpi, Mariama Karpov, and Padang Bulan. One of the aesthetics and attractive appearance in this novel is in the title of this novel itself, A Dancer. For some reason, when I hear the word, I immediately imagine how beautiful there was in small village that had never been visited before. Andrea Hirata is very good at making imagination of his readers wider and only think about beauty, tranquility, peace when we hear the word A Dancer. In addition, with a soft cover that shows the silhouette of a man with curly hair under a beautiful lamp and opposite a shadow of the village of A Dancer, it greatly enhances and strengthens the content of the novel, as well as some pictures in the novel that visualize how things actually happen, although they are simple but they are very meaningful. A Dancer novel is the third novel in the Laskar Pelangi tetralogy, tells the story of Ikal'S and Arai adventures in Europe. After successfully obtaining a scholarship to France, Ikal and Arai experience many events that people used to call culture shock. Many European customs and civilizations were completely different from the civilization that had so far understood as Indonesian, especially Malay. This book tells the story of two Belitung Malay children, Ikal or Andrea Hirata and Arai, who received a scholarship from the European Union to continue their studies at the Sorbonne University, Paris, France.
At the beginning story of this book, a little story of Ikal is told, starting from when Ikal was born until when Ikal and Arai left Jakarta to study at the Sorbonne University. Then in the next story, it is told about the journey of Ikal and Arai from Soekarno-Hatta Airport to Paris, and finally from Ikal'S dreams, which were practically impossible for a poor Belitung Malay child who used to study in Capra Head, which also functioned as a Kaladeshi to see the beautiful of Paris directly. It was also a dream to set foot in the greatest alma mater, the Sorbonne. In the next story, Ikal and Arai studied at the Sorbonne until the last day of winter, when Ikal and Arai will embark on a more stressful journey that are going to Paris and study at the Sorbonne. They will explore Europe to Africa. Then after Ikal and Arai finished exploring Europe to Africa, Arai fell and returned to Indonesia. Meanwhile, Ikal continued his studies in England because the teacher who guided Ikal moved to England to read here, and finally, Ikal saw a sight he had often seen his own imagine, but now it was real, and that sight was A Dancer. A Dancer's novel is able to engage its readers through one of the beautiful description of a small and beautiful town in England, which is also immortalized as the title of this novel. The third novel of the Laskar Pelangi tetralogy again raises the theme of dream, adventure, struggle, and friendship. To continue the story of the main character, Ikal. Andre Hirata managed to attract all readers to continue the story of Ikal with the stories that were presented. This novel appears with an interesting storyline and is well arranged with all the consequences of events and causes that occur, making this novel a systematic whole story, focusing on the plot forward but also accompanied by a flashback. So this novel uses the mixed plot. The language used in this novel is easy to understand, although there are several foreign language in it, but author also includes the meaning of foreign words. From this, we can get to know new foreign language vocabulary.
The advantage contained in the novel by Andre Hirata lies in the shortness of the author in describing the story as if it came to life and the reader as if he was in the midst of Ikal, Arai, and their friends. In addition, Andre Hirata's written language, which has its own characteristics, makes the reader immersed in his characters. The use of complicated terms makes the reader more curious and indirectly adds new knowledge to the reader. The unexpected ending of the story makes reader feel like continuing to read the last tetralogy, namely Mariamah Karpov's book. At first, the reader thought that the endings of Edenser's novel would end in Ikal's meeting with Aling, but this assumption was wrong. It turns out that the ending of the novel ended with the discovery of Aling's dream village in England, namely Edenser Village. Overall, Edenser novel has an interesting story, contains deep meaning, and has many lessons that have a positive impact on the readers. But the title Edenser itself does not match the contents of the story, because what it means by Edenser is at the end of the story, and there is a very little shadow of Edenser in the novel because the author writes more about his journey to conquer the regions than stories about Edenser. This makes the reader wonder about the meaning of Edenser in this novel. This novel is very suitable to be read by various groups, especially teenagers. This book is able to provide good motivation to stay excited in life. The achievements of Ikal and Arai, who receive a master's degree scholarship in Paris, can be a boost to the spirit of a good achievement for Indonesian students. The quality of the paper used in the Edenser novel is good because the paper used is heaviest paper and does not tear easily. For the print quality of the Edenser novel, it is also neat and strong. The contents are coherent and do not come off easily. That's all presentation from us about the Edenser novel review. We are apologize if any mistake occurred. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.